Hi, I'm Olivia. I am an artist, a canoe guide, a musician, and a photographer. I've been living in Yellowknife for a year now, and I've lived all across Canada, but was raised in Ontario. Ever since I was little, there's always been creative, and kind of every single outlet calls my name. And for a long time, people have been saying, like, it would be so good if you could just choose one thing and just focus on that and see where it can take you. But I can't seem to choose, and just love all the different sides of myself that get expressed in different ways. So part of the reason I moved to Yellowknife is to try and, it's like one place in this world that can kind of hold it all. And I'm just trying to do it all and see what takes off and what doesn't. But yeah, currently my visual art and my painting is something that really grounds me. It's really relaxing. I have to do it when I'm super focused. It's kind of like a meditative practice. And it also relates to like the land and animals, and especially like the subarctic ecosystem here. And I'm a canoe guide during the summers, so I kind of gather my inspiration from my art out on the land on northern rivers. And yeah, my singing, that's just something I've always done. I can never stop singing. So it's cool to be, there's so many artists here, to be collaborating with different artists, starting to use my voice in more public spaces, get on stage for the first time. I'm really excited about, yeah, musically what Yellowknife has to offer, how I've been able to explore that. And then my photography is also just something that follows me wherever I go. I love to like see the world in stories and like visual stories. And I take pictures out on my canoe trips and pictures of other people. Love capturing joy, or like the snow castle that's being built, or just whatever calls.
Feel you in the water, see you in the sky. I hear you dancing inside my heart. Can't get you out of my mind. So much of this place is you. So much of who I am is what I do. So much of this place is you. So much of who I am is what I do. Oh, feel you in the water, hear you in the sky, see you dancing in circles all around my heart. Can't get you out of my mind. So much of this place is you. So much of who I am is what I do. So much of this place is you. So much of who I am is what I didn't do. To love you better, to love you like a sweet song, to love you better. Instead I got it all wrong. So much of this place is you. So much of who I am is what I do. So much of this place is you. So much of who I am is how I love you.
Yeah, that song, it's a heartbreak song. It's a song about I guess kind of reflecting on a relationship and how could have been better, but the lessons are learned too late, I guess. And I wrote it in like one shot, sitting right on this porch looking out at the lake. And yeah, the summer times, that's my songwriting spot, because the sun just shines in. And it all just came. And luckily I had my phone recording, so I caught it and then got the chords, and I kind of put it to rest for a few months. It's kind of all in the works right now. It's just kind of the beginnings of something, but yeah, right now we've just been performing at Sundog and going to the acoustic open mics of the Underground, which is always awesome. But hoping to probably record an album this winter, and then looking towards maybe some shows. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, well, what do you want to know?
Yeah, why do you jump in the water when it's so cold? Why would you do that?
I just have like a pretty intense love of water. And when it's winter, water is less accessible, but I still have that like embodied need. It's almost like a craving. I'm just like, I need to get my body in the water. And my dad's like that, so he like, ever since I was little, like it wouldn't matter if we were in Newfoundland, there's icebergs floating by. He'd be like, we're going swimming. It's the ocean. And so it's like, I associate it with like love, even though it's like technically a form of torture. But when I get out of the water after swimming in the cold, there's like a euphoria that happens. And like, I have no other way of experiencing that level of like peace and bliss in my brain. So I probably do it for like that state right after. A lot of people don't like watercolor because it's kind of like chaotic, but water is like that in a way. It's like sensitive chaos. So I really love, I love watercolor for that reason. You're like guiding something that you don't quite know how it has a mind of its own, but you're just like guiding it. And I just love that. It's almost like, it's like adrenaline inducing sometimes, but it's also super peaceful.
They'll howl for the day it's not their own. They'll howl for the day that's not their own. They'll sing for the weary and the weeping. They'll sing for survival and safekeeping. And when a plane crashes down, they'll gather around. They're the healers, the grievers, the leaders. And they taught us everything we know about how to race and praise and grow our young. They taught us everything we know, how to roam, find home and play and hide. But most of all, they taught us how to love. How to love. How to love.
I just did the farmer's market in the fall time, and I do some commission work for people. And yeah, my art is kind of like a response to having an encounter with an animal on the land. And I learned when I was young, someone told me that I have like synesthesia, so I see colors for certain like themes or words or aspects. So if I have an experience with an animal, the memory is kind of usually like colorful in my mind, and then that's what I capture in the painting, try to capture the feel of what actually happened. I just designed a logo for Steve, who started a business called Air, Land, and Sea Backcountry Builders. And I've known Steve for a long time. It's just really awesome what he's created with this backcountry construction business. And so basically he brought to me all these symbols that kind of are meaningful to him for his business. And then I was able to create a visual that captured that. So I really like doing that for people who I can connect to their idea and bring something visually to life. Yeah, I've been singing my whole life and then probably writing songs since I was pretty young too, but always just kind of keeping them to myself. Music's probably my like emotional language, how I process grief, or like when truly all else fades or like no other artistic practices calling to me. Like there's always music and I can always sing. It's like a language of the heart, I guess. So a lot of my songs are, yeah, on the sadder, like melodic side, but I think that reaches a part of people sometimes they don't know that they need. It can be like healing for others to hear. So I've been writing more songs recently, inspired by this place, and yeah, starting to bring them more to life and playing guitar and then collaborating. That's really helped show me like you can actually turn these little songs into something bigger.